The world is never going to be the same again.
I'm worried about the world.
The mass chaos and crises that there was in the world, it's going to be just like that now.
This is not an accident.
How long is it going to last? Longer than, even for those of you that have some cash in the bank, way past your cash reserves.
Out of 100 people, 4 will get the message.
This thing isn't going to be over in a few weeks. This thing isn't going to be over in a few months.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bearable Bull here. And I got this aggressively average content for you today. As guys, I'm extremely excited for the information I'm about to present today. But before I get into anything else, I want to bring your attention very quickly to this Bitcoin chart. I remember in my last video, I posted that we were probably going to correct a little bit. The reason is, we went up for quite a while without any healthy pullbacks. Now, in my personal opinion, we're going to pull back to around the $40,000 mark in this area, and then we will be ready to run. Ladies and gentlemen, I often like confirming my chart analysis with people that I think are way smarter than I am. And Credible Crypto is one of those individuals I think is excellent. A large player has layered bids between $40,000 to $44,000 in line with the retest of our weekly level mentioned in my tweet below. Seems to be the same entity that filled a ton of bids at 32 to 38K, our literal bottom. If this price can be manipulated into these bids below, it probably will be. Ladies and gentlemen, all that means is that we are experiencing a healthy pullback with Bitcoin. And that gives us some time left right before we can accumulate a couple more altcoins. It's moments like this where I look at the state of the market and I say to myself, damn, we're really about to send this thing. Ladies and gentlemen, we have numerous analysts in the crypto space that are objectively tracking this thing both in the long term and short term like clockwork. But if I'm going to be extremely honest, none of it matters. You see, the short term in crypto is how you get caught up in being incorrect more often than not. Ladies and gentlemen, when you shorten your time horizons in investing, the probability of you being incorrect goes up exponentially. That is why I like to call myself an excellent macro investor, because I always zoom out and I always understand that with strong fundamentals, my profits are 99.9% secure. There are no guarantees in life. But one thing I'll say to help boost all of your confidence is that in this space and even in the stock market, the longer you are in the market, the more money you are going to make. Just don't invest in bullshit and you will be secure. I promise you, that's how it works. A lot of you may be wondering, Bull, but XRP is the ultimate shitcoin. This stupid thing can't even go past the dollar mark. And I say to them, that's why it's going to blow past every other mark once it finally does. You see, guys, right here, this was the biggest piece of news that let me know the state of what's about to happen. SEC Chair Gary Gensler, little old Gary, finally learned his place. He asked the SEC staff to collaborate with the CFTC on regulating crypto exchanges. But not just that. Gary Gensler and the SEC are looking to partner with the CFTC on how to regulate cryptos as a whole. So guys, why is that important? This is important because Gary Gensler and the SEC have changed their tune about trying to dictate the entire market and are now willing to collaborate with the Commodities Futures Trading Commission. There will be commodities that will be coming out of this crypto space. And like I've said before, I'll say again, there will be securities, STOs, that come out of the crypto space. Security tokens are going to be an important part of the crypto industry. But not every crypto is a security. And I think this is a massive signal that the SEC knows they're going to lose some power as a direct result of this SEC case against Ripple. April 8th is yet another important date for updates coming up with this XRP case. And in my personal opinion, guys, it's not looking good for the SEC right now. We see this altcoin season has slowly but surely been gradually creeping into the mainstream. And what's going to happen next is that everyone's going to understand what's truly been going on behind the scenes under the hood of the Ripple and XRP army. You see, guys, we have this monstrosity of a tweet resurfaced by XRP Boy, stating Jim Rickards in 2018 posted this: even the IMF needs developers, and I'm sure Ripple has some good ones. That doesn't mean XRP will be a reserve asset. More likely, it's an E-Sdr. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, that is not something to gloss over. Jim Rickards is one of my favorite economists in the history of mankind. That being said, though, he has a lot of industry secrets and is extremely well connected. He is the individual who I posted in a video recently about a financial ICE 9 potentially occurring. The freezing of assets, banks, bank accounts, etc. He stated XRP could be an E-Sdr, and I don't take that lightly. I've often stated XRP could be designated as an E-Sdr, and I've heard rumors from numerous circles discussing that Christine Lagarde at her time in the IMF laid down the rails for the E-Sdr, and Kristalina Georgieva is simply rolling out that plan while Lagarde heads the ECB, the European Central Bank, the digital euro. All of this, my friends, is evidence. All of this, my friends, is something that cannot be ignored. XRP is going to be so valuable, it's going to be ignorant levels of bank paper. And at the end of the day, that's why all of us are here. So guys, while you understand that this is the foundations, this is the potential of our investment, let's pivot our attention away and look at what's really going on today. You see, today is the start of the Bitcoin conference here in Miami. And it was stated by the mayor of Miami that New York is the former financial center. And here, this is the unveiling of the Miami crypto bull. Just please watch as you all see what happens when a city has friendly regulations to the crypto market.
3, 2, 1. Welcome to the future of finance.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been no secret that Miami has been exploding as a tech hub and has been getting a lot of people from California and New York coming down there. And it's because of the friendly financial regulations, as well as other things that we can't necessarily discuss. Keep that in mind, guys. Now may be a time where relocation for a lot of you may be an option. Go to where you're treated best. At the NFT conference that I did attend this past weekend, Mark Cuban spoke. And the most important thing I got out of his message was the fact that everyone is a free agent. Careers are dead. Go where you're treated best, whether it's occupation or whether it's location. You do not have to stay in one place anymore. Look for remote work. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the way to live. Maximum freedom, maximum opportunity. Don't take it for granted. This is your opportunity to seize the moment. Now, we have this important thread by Moonchaser, stating from JP Morgan's latest 2021 annual report on page 35 released this April. We use a blockchain network called Link to enable banks to share complex information. We also use a blockchain to move tokenized US dollar deposits with JP Morgan coin. The payment space transition towards DLT integration is inevitable. And whilst deals are being cut, it's those back alley Wall Street handshakes when they come to light that reveal the corruption and maneuvering. The old guard just aren't ready to relinquish their share. To put simply, the SEC lawsuit against Ripple has brought light the really bad optics of corruption, alleged quid pro quo, and perceived unethical dealings from high-level SEC officials, Consensus, and JP Morgan. And yes, guys, Link is a direct competitor of RippleNet. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're all on the same page here. This is only speculation, but there's a lot of evidence for it. A lot of people believe the SEC sued Ripple to disadvantage Ripple versus Ethereum. Ethereum's connected to JP Morgan. JP Morgan has JPM coin that will compete against Ripple and XRP. Why not sue the company that's your biggest competitor trying to take away some of your profits? Oh, guys, I understand. I see it very clearly now. And I think all of you do too. So with all this nonsense happening, you may be wondering why I'm still so bullish on this space. Ladies and gentlemen, it's because of a quote from a man whose name I cannot remember. He stated, "It's all risky. The minute you were born, it got risky. Getting married is risky. Having kids is risky. Investing is risky." He then went on to say, "You want to know how risky life is? You're not going to make it out alive." Oh, that's great, right? That's iconic. So when a lot of people ask me, "Bull, don't you think this is high risk?" Absolutely. That's why you got to go head first at it. The statistical improbability that all of us being alive right now is happening is enough to let all of you know that anything is possible. We are all special, and we all deserve to live our dreams. XRP will be my main vehicle I use that allows me to live my dreams. And with all the risk, or better said, perceived risk in the crypto space, you need to understand that the maximum risk that you all could take is not doing anything at all. Keeping your US dollars uninvested in a savings account earning you 0.1% interest, which in reality is -7% due to inflation. But in reality, inflation's probably like 25%. We all know this. We all understand this. That is why we'll become the new 1%. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bearable Bull here. Thanks for tuning in. Now, before I leave you today, I have to say that in my OnlyFans down in the description below, I have posted 2 extremely undervalued coins that I believe will make an explosive run this altcoin season. One of them was revealed to me by a VIP client that came across my path that has connections that say it's ready to run, and I looked into it, and it looks like an explosive gem. The other one has extremely high level connections, and people aren't talking about either of them. Both of them are excellent entry points, and I've made a power play into both of those coins yesterday. Ladies and gentlemen, do not miss them, as if you're looking for big opportunities, these 2 coins are ones you shouldn't miss. As always, guys, I appreciate every single one of you. Now I'll be back tomorrow with another video.